So that's what this example of expected value. I should say this also. Well, so we saw that increasing prize money, well, yeah, that's going to change the expected value. What else could we do? Well, what else could the people running the contest do? Well, they could have more than one winning ticket, right? In other words, they could somehow change the probabilities. So maybe instead of having one winning ticket, have two. That kind of thing. So, just something else to consider. Here's another example. This has to do with the insurance company. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just get duplicated this, but I forgot to take this away. So let me just do that. All right. Okay. Anyway, so now here's an insurance company. Okay. Oh, did I record? Yeah. Okay. All right. So here now we have an insurance company, and then this is a word problem. So they estimate the probability of an earthquake happening to be 0.0013. That's the probability an earthquake will happen the next year. That's what they're saying. How did they get that number? I don't know, but who cares? Now what they're saying is the average damage done. So that's how much they would have to cover usually is $60,000. And companies offering earthquake insurance for $100. What is their expected value of the policy? Notice we said their expected value. We didn't say the expected value for us. We said their expected value. Okay? And of course, notice also that assuming someone takes this policy, whether with insurance, it's kind of like with health insurance. If you get, or car insurance, maybe that's better. If regardless whether you get into an accident or not driving, right? You're going to have to pay for the insurance. To be covered, right? You have to pay to, no matter whether you use it or not. So no matter what, the company is receiving $100, whether an earthquake occurs or not. Okay, now an earthquake could occur, and if it does occur, then according to this, the insurance company will pay $60,000 to the person that is being covered. In other words, if an earthquake does occur, okay, the company is going to lose $60,000, but they gain that $100 because someone had to pay $100 regardless. You had to pay $100 regardless, so they're going to lose this amount. Okay. Now the question is, how likely is it? What's the probability an earthquake occurs? Well, that's what this number was, the 0.0013. So this is the probability of this outcome occurring. So one outcome is that the earthquake does occur. In that case, they're going to lose $60,000, but they gain $100 because you had to pay they get $100 because for someone to get their policy, they pay $100. So they end up losing this amount of money, $59,900, as you can see. And what's the probability of that? Well, it's given in the problem that the probability of an earthquake occurring is 0.0013. What's the product? That's what this is. So we get this. You can check my calculations if you want. I'm pretty confident that's right. But the other outcome is that an earthquake does not occur. If it does not occur, right, well, they're still getting the $100. Like I just said, whether the insurance company, how do I say this? Again, it's kind of like with the car insurance. Whether you have an accident or not, right, you still have to pay for car insurance. So they're going to get $100 no matter what. And what's the probability then that an earthquake does not occur? Well, that's 1 minus this, right? These are complements. So if you know one, you know the other. You do 1 minus. So for here, we have this probability. Notice that we're writing it as a decimal, mostly because it's given to us as a decimal. That's fine. And so the product here is 100 times this, which is this. So the expected value from here, you add up these products, you get 22. So the expected value is positive. Okay, well, what does that tell us? What does that tell them, I guess I should say? They should, right, sell this, they should sell this policy. This policy is good for them because they're going to gain in the long run. That's what this expected value is telling us. It's telling them. Right? Their expected value is positive from this policy. So this is a policy they should sell. They should offer it. Again, notice the expected value, it's their expected value, okay? That's why the 100 is positive and the 60,000 is negative. There's just something to consider. Okay, so that's one example. Are there any questions on this? Okay, well, let's do another one. So this one I want you guys to try. So I'm going to pause the recording and give you guys about 5 minutes to try it out.